Hello, my name is Christopher Stone, and I work here at Decal. So I have two roles here at Decal. My first line of work is controlling access to work and the work that they provide. So it's just making sure that they follow the correct protocol and they're following the interpreter's guidelines as to what access to work should be providing. Do they understand their role in their context and what it is that they are giving as a service? I can discuss with line managers and make sure that it's appropriate. And we can work with the interpreters to develop their skills and support them in the learning process. My second line of work is based around research. My first and second year at Decal were very much focused on work that was linked to my PhD. So looking at journals, lectures, and seeing how sign language was produced. I was able to meet with people and identify the skills, assess their skills, and identify what their thinking process was and what they were aware the role of the interpreter was and how we can support and develop those skills. How you can make sure that the interpreter courses are supporting interpreters in what they need in the future. I mean, there was a lot of negative feedback, but also there was some positive as well. I've worked with the Research Language Council, and there was a few more negative ones. What's interesting is the use of language and the production of language. There's one section that we haven't researched yet, but we have researched discourse. We met with a professional and talked with her about the use of language. There's many parts that you can do, but modulation is one of them. It's modulating to the particular situation that you're in and using the skills you have and the language skills you have as an interpreter to create the best message. There's another professor that we've worked with who talks about the underlying role. And how that affects the interpretations that we provide. As part of a research, there was a growing group of people that we asked questions to. To see if we could assess how they would cope. And last, one really interesting point is we had a group discussion with myself and many other professionals and we all did the research together. It was based on language, sign language in particular. and the different BSL features that we use whilst we're presenting BSL. It's how we listen to the language and what makes us realise that what needs to be produced. It's interesting to watch people and see if they use speech whilst they sign or just signing alone, and how those two link together to affect the language that you do produce. There's several people that we researched into and how that they develop that language. There's also the written aspect. Lip reading and how the best way to interpret a situation is. But it's really good to compare all these different ways. And I think that's it.